Hi, Chanakya. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Neha and Shreyansh. But the action also once joined, then we'll start again. So, children, I thought we can take up light now. Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Light, chapter light.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So, shall we start with the theory first? Summary?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Neha, first you tell me, what do you understand by light? What is the nature of light? Neha,
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
what is the nature of light? How it helps us?
Ma'am, light reflects on an object which in turn helps us to see the object and its colors.
Okay.
And
Shreyansh,
light travels in a straight line.
okay, that's good. In which medium it uh, moves with the greatest highest speed?
Ma'am, light.
Sorry, I'm asking in which medium does the light travel the fastest?
Air. Ma'am,
Hmm?
air.
Air, yes. If we allow light to pass in the water, then its speed will increase or decrease.
Decrease. Decrease, ma'am.
Pardon?
Decrease.
Decrease. If we allow light in any solid medium, then
Ma'am, it will
it,
decrease further.
it will decrease further. Good. So as the density of medium is getting denser, it is increasing, the speed of light will keep on decreasing. Okay, so speed of light is fastest, highest in the air or vacuum medium. Why I'm saying air or vacuum? Because light does not need any medium. So if it is air or if it is vacuum, doesn't matter, its speed will be same. Okay, we sure this. What are luminous and non-luminous objects?
Can you repeat the question?
Luminous and non-luminous objects.
Ma'am, luminous objects are objects that emit light of their own, and non-luminous objects are objects that do not emit light of their own.
So are we not able to see non-luminous ones?
We are able to see, ma'am, because they reflect the light, but they don't emit light of their own. They reflect the light.
Okay. So we can see luminous objects as well as non-luminous. Luminous because they have their own light and non-luminous because they are reflecting the light of luminous one. Nishika, state examples of non-luminous objects. Nishika, you there? Can you tell me? You are moving
Yes,
on
ma'am.
to the practice of non-luminous objects. I hope you have heard what luminous and non-luminous object mean.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Look at the screen. Can you tell now?
Yes, ma'am. So,
Mhm.
luminous objects are objects that give out light, like the sun or light bulbs. Non
Yeah.
luminous objects are things or objects that do not give out light, like books or a wood.
In fact, the moon also doesn't have its own light. Moon reflects the light of sun only. Okay. So in everything in our surrounding that does not have its own light and we can see it, that means those things are non-luminous. So in the like evening time also, if we keep our artificial lights, bulb and all in off state, we still can see the various things in our room, kept in our room. Why? Because of the sunlight. Although sun is in the setting mode, but still some light is still given off by the sun rays, and hence we can see the non-luminous objects everywhere. Clear? I hope it's clear to all.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what is the actual difference between the two? Shreyans, read them out.
Yes, ma'am. Luminous objects. Objects that produce their own light are called luminous objects. They cause sensation of light. These are seen on their own.
Patients, listen. Whenever in any difference, anywhere you read like difference pointer, go with the parallel points of each category.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
sets the comparison in our mind.
Okay. Luminous objects. Objects that produce their own light are called luminous objects. Objects that do not produce their own light but are visible when reflect light falling on them are called non-luminous objects. Luminous objects cause sensation of light. Non-luminous objects do not cause sensation of light. Luminous objects are seen on their own. Non-luminous objects are seen due to luminous objects. Example of luminous objects: sun, candle, torch, tube light. Example of non-luminous objects: table, planet, bottle, moon.
Let's come to classification of non-luminous objects further. Apart from being like they are not able to emit their light, they just reflect. Now on that basis also, sometimes, okay, if we have any non-luminous object and you have a glass thing kept in your room, you'll be able to see through that glass because it is transparent. Okay. If you have a butter paper in your room, for example, or a frosted glass, you will be able to see through, but not clearly. It will be hazy because that is translucent in nature. And the third thing, if you have a wall or a door in between, you cannot see anything through it because that is opaque. So non-luminous objects are further classified into three categories. Okay, transparent, opaque, and translucent objects. Now, you have to write three examples of each, apart from the ones given in this PPT. Do not include these. Uh, Neha, just read them once aloud. Okay, the action is also there now. The action.
Yes, ma'am.
Read about the transparent, opaque, and translucent objects aloud.
Yes, ma'am. Transparent objects. These are materials which allow light to pass through them. The objects can be seen clearly through them. Examples: clean air, clean glass. Opaque objects. Those materials which do not allow light to pass through them are called opaque objects. Example: wooden door, textbook. Translucent objects, materials which allow some light to pass through them, are called translucent objects. Example: smoked glass, butter paper.
Okay. I hope all of you have understood. If anyone has any doubt, please let me know. No doubt?
Ma'am,
Ashri and still?
ma'am, if like our class, ma'am, we use the word transmit, ma'am. Is it same as pass through, ma'am? Like,
You,
like opaque objects, materials which do not allow light, we write them which do not transmit light. Is it correct, sir?
yes,
Okay. Okay. Fine.
fine. Now, state three examples of each category. But these already mentioned in the examples on the screen should not be included.
Just write 3 more examples for them, no?
Yes, yes, yes. You can think of your everyday where you go through every day, like in your classroom, on the road, in the bus, etc. Think you will get to know examples.
Ma'am, can we tell you, ma'am? Or
Chat, personal.
so, ma'am, 3 examples for each or one?
No, three examples for each.
Ma'am?
3 examples for each of these.
Okay.
For opaque, it's very easy because most of the things in our home is opaque and everywhere we go are opaque. Okay. If you are not able to, you can write 2 each. Okay, go for 2 each only. Okay, children.
Ma'am, with the left come under clean glass.
Pardon?
Ma'am, if like I am wearing specs, ma'am, so the lens of the specs will come under clean glass.
Yes, yes. Try to write all the examples in single message, please. It's okay, Shreyans?
Okay.
Yes, Shreyans, good. So for opaque, it's very easy. You can select anything. Think for translucent now. Girls, go for it. These are good, but for transparent, all the type of glasses only. I'll wait for 1 more minute. I have to tell you.
Ma'am, I kept in the chat box.
Yeah, Neha, that will work. Great, good. Is anyone writing in the chat or should we proceed? Okay, Shreyans and Neha, well done. Others?
Ma'am, I kept in the chat box.
European. Oh, sorry, I missed it. What type of plastic for transparent in water? It is produced plastic. Bricks are not smoking from the same category like the type of air, but yes, fine, good, good examples. Neha and Shreyans, you can also put your messages to everyone. So who all are left? Nishika and Adyakshan. Nishika, Adyakshan, can you tell your answers?
Ma'am, for all three of them, right?
Hmm.
Ma'am, for transparent, I did glass window and clear water. For opaque, I did a wooden table and a chair.
Okay.
For translucent, I did oiled paper and stained glass.
Fine. Adyakshan is on the table. Adyakshan,
Yes, ma'am.
you also try to answer, no? Every time, like, now I have to call upon Adyakshan. Think and tell me.
Ma'am, for transparent window glass, window glass, ma'am, and for opaque, like opaque wood, ma'am, wood, wood or door. For translucent, for translucent. Arey,
Listen,
ma'am, for translucent plastic paper. Sorry, plastic cover.
plastic cover. Okay, see, there are like many types of plastic. Through some of the plastic, you can see everything like when you buy clothes, the clothes that are in the packing of plastics, no, they are completely transparent.
Polythene covers and
The packing covers, some of the plastics are also translucent. Okay, so it depends. Okay, anyways, let's move ahead. That's fine. Good, all of you. Now, what do you understand by shadows? How are the shadows obtained? What are the necessary conditions? Anyone? When you are able to see the shadow, can you see your shadow at night or only the daytime?
only daytime.
With all others? Neha, Dakshan, Nishika, Trilokya.
Ma'am, you can see a shadow. A shadow needs three requirements. It needs an object, a plane surface, and a light source.
Light source. Good. Shreyans, we can see a shadow at the night time only.
At the evening, at the
But
evening time
in
also,
the
we
night
can see the
time,
shadow.
Ma'am,
it's, hmm?
can you repeat what you said?
I'm asking, we can see a shadow in the night time also because just a light source is required, not necessarily the sun.
Oh,
Okay,
And in evening time also, we can see shadow.
sorry, pardon.
In the evening time.
Evening time, yeah, because telling you, no, only source is required. Okay, so look at this. Okay, look at it.
Mama, shadow doesn't have details and it's always black in color.
Basically, shadow is always opposite to the source of light. Okay, let's talk about the daytime. while you are walking and sun is at your back, it's behind you. Then you see your shadow like in front of you, isn't it? On the road. Yes or no? Or if the sun is to the right, your right, then you will see the shadow to the left. It is always opposite. Like the position of shadow and the light source are always opposite. So we need some opaque objects also to block the path of light. And yeah, like something which can obtain the shadow. It can be a wall, it can be curtain, it can be ground, anything. You got it? Look at the first picture. This girl on the rightmost side is is holding a torch on the girl in the middle, and behind you can see this image is the shadow is obtained. Why? So if the light source is to the right, the image of the shadow obtained is to the left, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
And this third picture, these sort of things also we usually do in the night time, and these images, these shadows we obtain in the wall, right? Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
So have a look about the shadows. Shadows. These are the dark region forms. Who will read? Chanakya, please read out about shadows. Chanakya.
Yes, I'm sorry, I couldn't enter. Ma'am, your voice is breaking, ma'am, for me.
Read out about shadows.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking for me.
Chanakya, I'm asking you to read about shadows. Read about.
Okay, ma'am. Shadows are dark regions formed when an opaque object blocks the path of light. This formation is possible only because light only travels in a straight line. Shape of the object is always similar to that of the object, but the size varies. Shadows cannot occur in dark rooms due to the absence of light, and full lit rooms with no objects due to the absence of opaque object. A shadow is always obtained on a screen like walls, grounds, etc. The shadow is always black or gray, irrespective of the color of the object.
Okay, so shape of object is always similar to the object, but has a size varies. The object which is appearing as the block in between the light source and shadow, the shadow will be similar to the like outline pattern of that object. Okay, in dark room, it's you cannot obtain any shadow because one of the condition is to have the light source. Shadow is always appearing on the screen. You need something to look at the shadow. It can be wall, curtain, ground, anything. And yes, if shadow has no color, it is always black or gray, irrespective of the color of object. Like if you can just think and tell me, when we bring the light source near to the opaque object, the size of shadow will get increase or decrease. Yes. Because if light source are coming near to the opaque object, okay, if we bring this near, the angle of divergence of these light rays increases. Means, it becomes closer to this object, so light can move like further apart just by striking at the edges of the opaque object. So that's why the size of shadow also increases. And if we take the source object far away from the opaque object, the size of the shadow will keep on decreasing, will go decreasing. Okay. Anyone would like to note anything here?
Ma'am, shadow does not go under lateral inversion.
Does not go under
Lateral inversion, ma'am.
lateral inversion. Yes. Correct. Now, one of the property of light is that it always travels in a straight line. And it can be very simply proved by just taking a lit candle and a piece of pipe. If you bend a pipe a little bit and hold its one end directly in front of the flame, because the pipe is bent, would you be able to see the light, the flame through the other end? Will the light follow the path inside the pipe, or it will be on its own property of traveling in a straight line? Yes, children? Sixth class, come on.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
what are you, ma'am? Can you repeat, ma'am?
I'm asking, look at the picture on the screen. If you take a piece of pipe and bend it little. So by holding one of the end exactly in front of flame, can you see the flame through the other end also?
No, ma'am.
No, because it's not light will follow the path as we want it to, no? Light always travels in a straight line. Okay. In the first case, it will be seen because it's straight. That's why. Who will Shriyans read out these points, please?
Yes, ma'am. Rectilinear propagation of light. If we shine a torch on a dark night, the beam of light produced by a torch travels straight into darkness. The beams of light coming from the projection room of a cinema hall and falling on the screen also shows that light falls on a straight line. The formation of shadow by a source of light also suggests that light travels in a straight line. This is because if light could bend and travel in curved lines, then it would have reached behind the object and hence no shadow could have been formed.
So why shadow is able to obtain? Because light strikes the edges of the opaque object and it passes exactly straight. Okay. In case the light would have the nature of bending, then we could not expect any shadow from any object. So this property of light traveling in straight line is called rectilinear propagation of light. And here are a few examples also. Sun rays entering a dark room through a small opening appear to travel in straight line. And if that opening in a room is like circular in shape, okay, if you look from the distance, you can see the light following the same shape. The light entering the room will follow the same shape because it is just touching the edges of your sleeve. Okay. Next, light from torch, headlight of car appears to travel in straight from a projector also and from emitted from a laser pointer also. Have you all made the pinhole camera? Can anyone explain its working? Pinhole camera. No one.
Can you repeat?
Pinhole camera. This.
Yes, ma'am, I know, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Have you made your own camera?
Ma'am, like I have made it long before, ma'am.
Speak again, Shreyans.
Yes, ma'am.
So I couldn't hear you. Speak again.
Ma'am, actually I made pinhole camera long ago, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Can you, if you remember, can you tell what type of image it forms?
Ma'am, inverted image.
Inverted. That's great. Okay, so if you have some time, not now, but in your free time, if you while you want to play or something, then you can make it again. Okay. Simple camera without a lens, but just a very small opening, a tiny aperture. I'll show you how it is. And that's why it is called pin hole. Pin size hole is made for allowing the light to enter the camera. Okay, and it's a light-proof box with small holes. Means the complete walls of the camera should be opaque. Okay, and it is based on the principle that light travels in a straight line.
But we can color it with black color, ma'am.
Yes.
That will make the object more opaque.
So steps are already mentioned. You can read out the steps and try to like move this inner box out and in. You will notice the change in the size of image on the screen. Okay, the image will be inverted, that is upside down. It will be real because we have already formed the screen here and image is obtaining on this white sheet of paper. And it can be smaller, equal or bigger depending upon where the object is kept actually. So look at the working of camera. If you are keeping a candle flame in front of the hole, the light rays from the flame will enter. If this is entering at this angle, it will pass straight. And the light from the tip of the flame, if it is like little bit slanted, it will cross the other ray and will strike the screen in such a manner. So you can see how the image is inverted. The flame is named XY top to down and the image is Y to X. Okay, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, next comes the most important part of the chapter, reflection of light. What do you understand by the reflection of light?
And the bouncing back of light is without absorbing it is called reflection.
Once I could just hear the background noise. Can you repeat?
When the bouncing back of light without absorbing it is called reflection.
Correct. So, from the object, like only some objects are able to give off the image, obtain the image, and not everything. If you look at your dining table, center table, if it is not made up of glass, can you see your image in that table? It must be of wooden material, no? We cannot see our image in wooden material. If you walk in, okay, if you are in front of clear water in a lake or a pond, I think you can see your image sometimes. Clear water forms your image. If you have seen in the lakes or something, the clear picture of trees right next to the lake can be seen. Okay, like in this first picture, pot is kept, we can see the image. But if we keep this pot in front of a wall, can we see image? No. So the difference in the types of surfaces, like in front of mirror and in front of wall. If we touch the mirror, the surface is very smooth with no irregularity. It's quite plain. Okay, and shiny also, almost smooth, no irregularities. But if you touch any fabric, the wooden material, the wall, or a cardboard or any else thing, they might feel smooth, but there are irregularities. If you just, try to touch and have a sense very slowly, you will understand that irregularities, yes, are present. So any very smooth, plain, smooth and shiny material like polished marbles, highly polished marble, a mirror, clear water, such things can obtain the images. So how the images are obtained now? By reflection of light. And yes, reflection is bouncing back of light from after striking any surface. Fine. It is a phenomenon of light bouncing back after striking a polished surface. So image formation by plane mirror. When you look into the plane mirror in your home, what type of nature of your images can you see?
And laterally inverted.
Girls, where are you all? Girls, where are you all?
Ma'am,
Hmm. Yes, Neha, Trilokya, Adyaksha, Nishika. What is the nature of image you see when you look into the plane mirror daily?
ma'am, it reflects light back and shows your image.
Sorry. Speak once again.
Ma'am, it reflects light and it shows our image.
No, that's not nature. Nature of image means when you stand in front of the mirror. Do you see the same color? Obviously, it will be of same color. Do you find your image of same height?
Yes, ma'am.
So that means the image is obtained of same size always. If you are standing at 2 meters from the mirror, does the image appears to be at 5 or 10 meters?
No, ma'am.
The steps we take back, the same number of steps the image takes back. If we come close, the image also seems to be coming closer. So it is obtained at same distance. Okay. What else? Our in the image also our head is up, our legs are down, as in case of object. Why I'm asking you this? Because in some spherical mirrors, if you have noticed, sometimes our image seems to be inverted, upside down, isn't it? Have you ever seen, noticed? And sometimes the image is very big, and in other cases it is very small. So that's why same size, and I have to write erect. Means when the same side is up, same side is down, that is known as erect. In case it is upside down, we will call it inverted.
In India, and somewhere in one state, now I heard there is a museum type place where all the type of mirrors are there, ma'am. One is upside down, one is big, one is small.
Just one different property means something which is not same is lateral inversion. Horizontally, if we look at our image, it will be inverted. Like if we move to the right, the image will move to its left. You have to think it, like you are standing at the place of image. And if you raise your left hand, you move your left hand, your image will appear to be moving his right hand. Is it or not? So horizontally, it is inverted. So that horizontal inversion, we say lateral inversion or laterally inverted. Okay? So remember these characteristics of light or of image. If you want, you can note these down. Done? So, children done or not?
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Oh, sorry, I erased overnight. So here are the phases of moon. Do you know what are the phases of moon? If you have ever noticed it, do you see the moon every day at the single place? And do you see it like all 30 days of a month, 30 or 31 days? No, why not? Because of phases of moon. Sometimes there are the waxing phases, sometimes there are the waning phases. Sometimes moon is moving from the new moon. New moon means all black, no light, because new moon is exactly between the sun and the earth, and sometimes it is moving towards the full moon. when it is moving towards new moon to full moon. That means the lit part of the moon is increasing. And once it is full moon, we can see the complete moon in its circular shape. Okay. Well, this phases of moon will be discussing the next class in detail. Try to have some information about the phases. What are waning, what are waxing phases. Okay. And when the moon completes one cycle from the new moon to the next new moon, etc. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, there are a few questions also for you to practice on based on life. Okay, children, bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.